we've never been in your shoes, but we're playing the game of life. We'll chase away all your blues with a laugh and a toast to your strife. Never have I ever, never have I ever, starts now.
I farted.
God damn it. You just said if I didn't talk, you wouldn't fart.
I know, but I was already like 3/4 of the way to the next one. None of that's going in the show.
Start the show. It's 100% in the show.
No, it's not.
I'm going to pretend I don't know how to edit. It's in the show. Go.
Oh, trust me, I've listened to the last few episodes. You definitely don't know how to edit.
Oh, what?
And you farted too.
Yeah, fuck off. Let's go. You don't need to count out. I'm keeping this in here.
No, you're not. I will attack you.
All right.
Anyways, welcome to the latest episode of Never Have I Ever Show. Tom, are you ready?
Always. Born ready. Whatever answer is best.
He's Tom, I'm Tim. We're coming to you from the Octagon.
I like that. I like that. He's Tom, I'm Tim thing. You should do that more often.
Okay. We're in the Octagon
I'm just giving
where
you
we're going to go.
Notes for next time.
And we're here in the Octagon where we're going to square off face to face for the heavyweight championship belt of advice.
I'm trying so hard not to smell your fart. It's attacking.
I think now we know why Garrett had the ceiling fan going earlier.
Maybe. Just to dissipate his farts.
Exactly. It's not the bad thing. Anyways, for those of you who are new to the show, we take your questions to our Gmail account, neverhaveievershow@gmail.com, where we'll take anything that you have going on in your life and try to make it simpler for you. I'm just laughing at Tom. You can also follow us on Twitter at NHIE.
I put my nose in my hoodie so I couldn't smell.
NHIE Show on Twitter, Never Have I Ever on Facebook, as well as check out our Tumblr Ask box on neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com. Tom, are you ready for these questions?
Bring it on. I hope there's one about farts.
There isn't.
Damn it. Next time. More notes. I've got more notes for you then.
Question number 1, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 31-year-old female single woman.
Who don't need no man.
And I'm online dating.
Okay.
I'm planning on leaving my current city in the new year. I've been here for almost 4 years and want to move back to my old city where I've got more friends and more opportunities. I love it here, but I got laid off and the opportunities are non-existent, as are my dating prospects. So I really don't want to meet a guy here. Not that I think I will. It hasn't happened in the last few years, other than flings or guys I had no interest in, before I moved to another city. But is it misleading or dishonest to use my future city on my dating profile? Should I mention it somewhere in my profile? To be perfectly honest, I guess I'm just hoping that somehow I'll meet a guy, hit it off with him in the new city, so that way when I move there, I'll already have a guy ready. Is it weird to do that?
Yes and no. So is it weird to like start Tindering or OkCupiding in a city before you move there? I don't think so. I don't think that's weird. I think that's fine as long as you have a legitimate timetable for when you're moving there.
2053.
All right. If it's like within the next 3 months, I'm going to be moving there, then I think it's okay to start gathering your prospects. But I think if you're like, if you're just swiping in LA and you're like, yeah, I mean, I'll probably move to LA sometime soon, but you don't have a really clear idea or clear vision, or you're like, but yeah, probably like next year I'll be there. Then it's like,
but then you can be like, yeah, she knew me before I was famous.
That joke didn't land. I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Because you're never going to be famous.
I mean, not on the silver screen. On the internet, yes.
So you're going to be in porn?
Yes.
So you're going to be the guy dressed up like Batman getting pegged?
No.
Is that what that's called? Pegged?
Yes.
Like that's the term for it happening? Because I know pegging is a thing. Is like he got pegged. Is that a thing?
I think so.
I don't know. You're the one that taught me about this. I didn't even know there was an entire genre of people who like getting fucked in the ass.
I learned about it from Broad City, so if they have another episode about pegging, I'll learn more, I guess.
You're gonna say you'll share it with me.
I will share it with
See,
you.
the problem is I could wait for another episode of Broad City to bring that up, but then I'm more likely just to Google it really quick just to find out what the fuck that means.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, back to the question.
Anyways, so no, not weird if you are like swiping in another city before you move there, as long as it's like a few months in advance. Not like half a year. Half a year is too long.
Have you done this?
Excuse me. No.
I have.
No, I don't think I have. I know you have.
I was okay Cupiding in Buffalo before I moved here.
Yeah.
Under that same idea, maybe I'll meet somebody. Just like her, I haven't yet. I mean, she is 31, so she's right around the age range I'm looking for.
You and me both, brother, man.
With equal amounts of success.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways.
So
no, that's not weird at all. I mean, I think in this day and age, that's more like genuine than trying to match with people in the town you're about to leave.
yeah. It's you'd rather match with someone in the town you're going to than the one that you're gonna leave. But I do think it's a little weird to expect that you'll have a guy lined up by the time
and
you
she
move
didn't say
there.
that she expected. She said she would like that as a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's the possibility, but I wouldn't get your hopes up, that's going to happen, or you're going to I don't know. I just think it's weird to put all this pressure on some future event. Like, all right, I'm going to find a guy on Tinder, and then we're going to start talking a bunch, and then he's going to really want to meet me, and then I'm going to move there, and then we're going to live happily ever after.
I don't think you understand how Tinder works.
Okay, insert any dating app instead of Tinder. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel
as long as
like
as long as it's on the profile. I mean, mine still says I'm new to Buffalo and I've only been here a couple months. But then I use that as an excuse to lead in with conversation. I can be like,
right.
I don't know this city. Show me this city.
Oh, yeah.
People love showing you their cities. That's like their favorite fucking thing in the world.
Yeah, no.
So it's just like, yeah, you know what? I like adventures. Show me the adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. She should not be ashamed.
No. Definitely don't be ashamed.
So that was a true never have I ever for you? Because if that's the case, I'm putting the finger down on my end.
No, because I think when I was living in New York, I think I started going back on Buffalo OkCupid when I knew it was coming back. But I didn't have the intention of like matching with somebody. It was more just like
seeing what's available.
Yeah,
I'm just window shopping.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, let's see who's in Buffalo, because I mean, New York had such a plethora of people.
Still does.
I mean, even though I'm not there.
There's 7 million pebbles on the beach. I was going to say seashells on the beach, and that would just be a very, very bad beach. Just
Pebbles on the beach isn't bad. It's all rocky and shit.
Yeah, but it's less sharp than seashells.
I guess. Plus, I can throw them into the water. Well, I can throw the seashells into the water, too.
Is that littering, or is that just you giving back to the ocean?
I'm giving back. I'm all about giving back.
You just stand there on the water's edge and drop it in and be like, that's right, I'm picking up your trash. Stop littering on my beach, ocean.
I've gotten you to your home, Mr. Hermit Crab.
That's weird. Anyways, ready for the next question?
Yeah.
The title of this one is, Should I Send That Text?
Ooh, let's see.
And I'm going to hide the gender
Okay.
of the person until after the question.
Okay. Do you want me to try to guess the gender? Because I want to guess the gender.
Sure. I went to a party where I met this cute person. We hooked up. It went downhill afterwards because when all the alcohol hit, I vomited and went to sleep in this person's roommate's bed. I'm so embarrassed, but my friend who didn't know we got to know each other told me that this person was so nice and that they kept coming in to check on me and to know that I slept it off. I'm mortified, but I don't know whether to leave it or text him because I gave it away.
A little bit.
Yeah,
It's okay.
text him because he gave me his number.
And the question itself did kind of sound feminine. Like it was
Wow,
from
you
a female.
sexist bastard.
Just, I don't know, just language that was used.
Because I used the word cute. You've never thought a girl was cute? You've never been like, hey, Tim, I saw this girl on OkCupid and she was cute.
I've never said that. They're all.
You've never said the word cute.
Nope.
Bullshit. You said cute today. I guarantee it.
I never call girls cute. I just call them hot and dime bags. No, not dime bags. That's weed. Dime pieces.
And he's dead.
Yeah, and Dimebag Daryl is
So you
dead.
only date dead girls.
Wow, this got weird.
You are watching The Walking Dead. Now, I can't tell if, like, zombies would be the perfect world for a necrophiliac.
Huh.
Because they're technically dead. So is it more appropriate to have sex with a zombie than it is to have sex with a dead person?
It's wrong either way.
I've thought about this too long today.
Was this like a shower thought? Like a shower epiphany?
It was...
Like, it's a zombie apocalypse, a necrophiliac's playground.
It was a work poop
A
moment.
work poop. Gotcha.
Where I'm just like, I got some time to kill. I'm going to be looking for some stuff on my phone.
You're like, you know what? I want to get paid to poop, or I want to get paid to think about this while I poop.
I found a bathroom that nobody else knew about.
Nice.
Well, I mean, people knew about it, but
No,
like, it
that's
wasn't a
still
high-traffic bathroom.
That's pretty tight.
So you
yeah.
could take your goddamn time.
Mhm.
So that's the thing about crapping in public is, like, you got to hurry that shit. Literally.
Depends. Yeah, I think it depends on where I am and what I'm doing and working. Like if I'm at a salaried position where it doesn't matter when I'm at my desk, I'll take like 10 minutes to poop. If I'm at a sketchy mall bathroom and then I have to go, like I closed down my store, I went to the bathroom and I have to get back to open the store back up, otherwise I might lose potential profit, I'm going to hurry up that poop.
Here's the thing. You're like, I'm worried about business and making a business while making business. And in my head, I'm just like, I would be the exact opposite of you. If I was working in like a mall location, I would shit so slowly.
Not my mall bathroom.
Like a mall.
My mall
I
bathroom
would
is
totally
weird,
shit
people.
as slowly as possible. And then if I did work at a salary position, I would shit as fast as possible because the people I work with would judge me more.
As long as you wash your hands, you should be fine.
I'm talking about them coming into the bathroom while you're squeezing away.
No, I know. I had one coworker who would yell at people when they didn't wash their hands.
It's not the washing hands. That shouldn't
I'm
be.
just saying.
Anyways, back to this question. Should
Yeah.
she send the text to the guy and be like, hey, you're cute. Sorry, I threw up everywhere.
Yeah, totally. Hit him up. I mean, he was checking on you, so he obviously cares.
Or he didn't want a dead body on his hands. There's been multiple occasions where I'm like, I could care less.
I'm going to say
whether you live
75%
or-
my thing, 25% your thing.
Because that guy's like, man, I got shit to do. I don't need a murder on my hands. And his roommate's like, dude, it's not murder. It's manslaughter. He's like, it's not manslaughter. She's a girl. It's girl slaughter.
That's sexist.
A little bit. So yeah, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. She should take the roommate out to lunch or something, since she gave all of her lunch to his.
Oh yeah, she should definitely
like
do
buy him
something
lunch
nice
or
for,
do his
for
laundry
them.
or.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, he gave you his number for a reason. Have you ever gotten a number and then not texted it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Same here. So I understand being afraid, like especially if it was like drunk. Like I remember blacking out. Well, I mean, I don't remember blacking out, but you can't.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah. There was one night I blacked out and I got this girl's number and I knew that I got the number. But then I never texted her because she was still going to school. Like she was 45 minutes away. I was 45 minutes away. So I was like, I don't really want to text you and get
That's
into
not even
like
a booty
long
call at
distance
that
thing.
point. That's like a booty trip.
No, that's the thing. It's like, this probably won't go anywhere, so I'm just not going to text at all. And I didn't. And now I'm alone. So.
Fact. You are so incredibly alone.
But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because especially if I brown or black out, I won't remember the circumstances in which the number appeared.
Right.
Like, was it something where she's like, I want to give you my number? Or was it me, like, drunk being like, you need to give me your phone number?
And she just did it out of pity or just like,
exactly.
fuck,
I don't
need to get
remember
rid of
what
this guy.
their impression of me was.
Right.
So I don't want to be like, oh, that was blackout Craig stumbling across the street. Gave him my number just in case he died. Someone would know who to contact. Which is very nice of her.
Yes.
To be my emergency death contact.
Yes.
But yeah, send the text.
Yeah, just send it. I understand being afraid and being embarrassed, but at the same time, fuck it. Why not? Like, unless they're, if you live in the same city, he was drunk too. I don't know. It's fine.
I don't disagree with that. Are you ready for next question? See, we're going right through them today.
I like it. Efficient. We're being efficient. No more time for jokes. We've got shit to do.
That's why I fart so much, is because I want to dedicate so much time to being in the bathroom to just letting it drop. You open the show with a fart, so now it's going to stay in.
Yeah, you're right.
This is your fault. You
Title of this episode
let
is
this
just
conversation.
fart.
You farted too at the start of the show.
I did.
That's how you get off your bar stool.
This is such an unconscious thing. I didn't realize I farted until you called me out on it.
It was like 10 minutes ago.
I know.
I just remember, like, you blasted me about it, then all of a sudden you just kind of leaned over and you're like,
I didn't even realize that. I was just like, oh.
that's disgusting. You don't realize that you fart?
No.
What? I'm so acutely aware of when I'm about to fart.
I never realized it until it's already happened.
I'm immediately surveying the scene, whether or not this is a fart that's okay for broadcast. And then I check to see who would be receiving the signal, and then I let it go.
I have to constantly remind myself to hold in my farts when I'm with a girl that I like. Like, it's not a conscious thing for me. We'll be going to the movies or something. I'll know that we're hanging out.
You gotta go see an action movie.
Right before we hang out, I'll consciously be like, all right, Tom, can't fart. Gotta clench. Remember to clench tonight.
It gets painful.
And then most of the time I remember, but then like 10% of the time, something will just slip out. I won't even have felt it coming. I was like, son of a bitch. I was so close to having a perfect game.
Is that what you call it?
I don't know.
Huh. So I started thinking, you know how when you hold in your pee for a long time, you get a UTI?
Yeah.
What happens if you hold in your farts or poop? Do you get, like, colon cancer?
Maybe. I don't know.
I tried Googling it, but I don't think I searched the right words, and we need a show to keep going.
Fair enough. Next question. Bam!
So my current boyfriend is my real first relationship.
Okay.
And I'm his first as well. We've been dating 4 months so far. We have not had sex yet, and he's still a virgin. This isn't a problem for either of us. My only major deal is that I have not been completely honest with him about my sexual past. Ever since he told me he was a virgin, I got a little insecure about the fact that I've slept with 3 whole guys before him.
Not 2.5. Not 4. 3 whole men.
Could have been 2 guys and a midget.
They weren't missing their dicks. They weren't missing appendages. They were 3 whole men.
At once. Not at once.
What a way. What a way to lose it. What a horrible story. Yet, what an enthralling story.
Finish your sentence. I told him that I've slept with only one other guy, who was my almost relationship.
No.
So there's this small thread of dignity in sleeping with him, or at least that's how I've rationalized it. I don't want to tell him about the other 2 because I slept with them. Because I slept with them while I was getting to know him before we officially started dating. My boyfriend and I met on OkCupid. OkCupid, if you want to sponsor the show, we brought you up like 10 times tonight. And he was basically the first person I talked to on there. We talked for months and never met up, so I met up with other guys, and essentially dated around without him knowing. One guy I met became my fuck buddy, while I was starting to meet my now boyfriend. What should I do?
Pretend it never happened. Never bring it up. Never mention a goddamn thing. Is there evidence of it? No, there isn't. So just pretend as if it never happened.
I think it's a fine line to walk because he is a virgin. Like, I think when a guy, as he's a virgin, or even women, some people take that stuff really seriously.
Right.
So he's like, okay, this girl could be the one. Perhaps she's the one to lose my virginity to. I know her track record. You know, it's like getting the Carfax report.
Okay, sure.
He's like,
I know where her vagina's been.
Exactly.
I think.
So you have like this trust thing, because that's what it is. It's trust. Now all of a sudden she pulls back the veil and she's like, there's 2 more dicks hanging from my belt buckle.
Such a gross image. It's like a Predator porn parody. Like Predator, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, instead of like collecting human skulls, he collects human dicks.
Huh. I was thinking of something else, so I'm not going to give you credit for what you just said.
Okay.
But I have an even better thing I'm going to tell you about after the show.
Okay.
Just think of Chris Hansen and Alien.
What?
Alien versus Child Predator. That would turn a horror movie into a feel-good movie.
That'd be great. You'd be rooting for the alien to win.
Alien just shows up and kills all the Jared Vogels.
Yeah.
But
that was my alien impression.
Yeah, it's a fine line to walk because, I mean, especially some guys get really intimidated by a girl's number. Not her phone number.
Right.
Like number of people, number of guys, how many times.
This
Stuff
is
that
why
honestly
you don't
doesn't
share
matter.
numbers. This is why you don't ask about numbers.
You can totally share numbers.
No, because someone always gets jealous or hurt. Unless you have this even number, then someone's always hurt.
That's right, kids. The number should be 0. Don't have sex.
Yeah,
until
shut
you're
up.
married. No, I guess that's true.
All right, what's your number?
Tom, we're not dating.
What's your number?
For what?
You know for what?
315. No.
Like let's say you said 1 or 2 and I said 10. You'd be like, "Oh, now I feel bad." Now imagine we're
Not
dating.
really. I'd be like, "Yo, Tom, get more V."
I don't know. I feel like
when you're in low numbers,
like the mature thing to do is to do what you said or just like shrug it off like it doesn't matter. But I find that people just put too much emphasis on it. They'll be like, I've only been with 2 people. He's been with 6. He must be a man whore or sleep around or something. I don't know.
I mean, women are not used cars.
No,
it's not like you
no.
judge them based on how many previous owners and how many miles are on the odometer.
Nor should you. I just feel like with numbers, people place too much emphasis on it.
True. Too much emphasis on it. But then again, it's a lot bigger of a deal when it's your first.
All right, sure.
Because you're like, okay, it's a special moment with this special person. And then all of a sudden you find out she's had plenty of special moments. She had a legitimate fuck buddy. Like, to her, sex was not a big deal. And now to this guy being a virgin, he's got to, like, put the two together. And
I think you're also placing he never said, or she never said, that he thinks sex is a big deal, or, like, losing it is a big deal. I think that's just something you're kind of interpreting.
Well, I think it's because of the way that the question was presented, where she's like, I'm so guilty now. Like, I feel so guilty. I'm so upset.
I think the crux of the issue, the main conflict, is that she had sex with 2 of those dudes while she was getting to know the current boyfriend.
You wouldn't do that?
I think that's what she's worried about more than anything else.
Yeah, but
I think she's worried that 1, she lied, so he's going to be a little mistrusting of her because of that. But then also it was because, like, he perceived that they had an emotional connection, and saying that she was fucking around while they had that connection, that pre-dating connection, might make him feel bad.
Sure, to a degree. Um, I I think there's got to be some merit to her worry. Do you think it's weird that like she hooked up with some guys on OkCupid while looking for other guys on OkCupid to talk to?
Oh, not at all. No.
It'd be like if you met a girl at a party,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And your friends are like, "Dude, you two are so cute together."
Mm-hmm.
And like she leaves because she has to go to work in the morning, so she leaves the party at like say 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Fucking square. And all of a sudden, 10:30 rolls around and this cute girl, she's like, "Hey, let's hook up." There's nothing wrong with that.
No, because you and girl A didn't have anything. Like you had a little bit of chemistry, but then she walked out the door and then someone else was around. So it's not like you owed her anything. It's not like you were together or owed her your celibacy.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I can understand her worry though that he's probably going to be a little upset that she was hooking up with dudes while they were still talking, but at the same time they didn't have any sort of
There wasn't a relationship.
Yeah, there wasn't a relationship. They just had an emotional connection.
If she was still fucking guys now,
Then there'd be a
there'd
problem.
be an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like if he's very insecure, he might think of it as like, oh, maybe she's not serious, or maybe she is a cheater or a serial cheater. It's like,
Right.
that's not the case.
Right.
It looks bad on paper, but in reality, it's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I were you, I would be honest. Because if you tell him now, it's going to be a lot less worse than if he were to find out. Because you know what? You said there's no evidence. But somehow, like 10 years down the road, that can make a huge difference. Like, she sees that guy at a coffee shop, and then the relationship's like, how do you know him? Oh yeah, me and her used to bang. We met on OkCupid.
Or she just says, or she's just like, oh, I used to see that guy. I used to date him. And then you don't tell him when. Or just like, we had a fling. That's it.
Okay, I could buy that. Tell him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just tell him at some point. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We're all gonna die.
All right.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Thanks for the positivity. Next question. This girl in my university class sits in front of me, and every day she talks to
And
me
every day I
constantly.
see her whale tail.
She also gives me the look, and has
Ooh,
hugged me
the
and
look.
laid her breasts on me multiple times.
She's laid her breast on me. They're so big, she just hoists them up and then just lays them upon me, upon my arm. I have my arm on my desk. She comes over and just flops them down onto my arm.
I am interested in her and even picked up her number. My text game is weak, but I flirt well with her face to face.
Oh.
Could you guys help me get some advice? She constantly complains about her boyfriend, though.
No. What?
The question guy happened to mention that earlier in the thing, but I left that sentence out because I wanted it to hit you at the end. Because you're like, man, this he's rolling it heavy. All you got to do is send the text.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's already a dick.
You're out,
Literally.
bro. You're out. Unless she
maybe
wants
she's
to hook up with you instead, or like cheat on her boyfriend with you.
Would you be the other guy?
Knowingly, no. Like,
What if the guy was a douchebag?
Oh, that's so much of a moral gray area.
Is it though? Is it though?
I probably still wouldn't do it.
I might.
I don't know. You giving me shit, but is it a more? I'm like, that's kind of a moral gray area, and you're just like, and then I might. That's such a vague answer.
I get paid to play the devil's advocate over here, okay?
None of us get paid.
What?
We don't get paid. We don't have sponsors yet.
Oh, well then, fuck this. I'm unplugging the microphone. I'm out of here. Screw this.
All right, bye, kid. I'll finish
Kid.
it by myself.
That's what she said.
Anyway,
So yeah, what does this kid do?
I don't.
I say take her on the pony snake to Tuna Town.
If she doesn't know where Tuna Town is, she wants it.
Or get her a map. It's right here.
Anyway, I don't know, because I think you just need to get over. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen, Tim. Here's what's gonna fucking happen.
Please tell me more.
So, he's gonna keep playing the flirty game. Just kind of be a little flirty for in class, flirt a little bit through text. You know, I mean, he says text game is kind of weak, so just keep doing what you're doing then, I guess, bud.
So play the long con?
It's gonna be the long con, where you keep being flirty, then eventually when they break up, you're there.
You're going to swoop in like the White Knight?
Not so much the White Knight. It's
You
more
racist?
It's more about just being there. So, did you ever watch New Girl?
Yeah. Wait. New Girl, that's the Zooey Deschanel one.
Yeah.
The show where I put aside my hatred for Zooey Deschanel.
You hate Zooey Deschanel?
She's so fucking ditzy.
Why do we do this? Why are we friends?
It's not cute to be ditzy.
She's not ditzy.
She's
is adorable.
No, it's not adorable.
She's not ditzy.
She is.
I've never seen her be ditzy.
She's like, la 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 la. Oops, I did something wrong. Finger on the corner of the smile. Isn't that so sad?
I'd never get that from her.
I do.
I've
It's the
never gotten
biggest
that
fucking crybaby thing in the world.
Anyway, so there's an episode where one of the characters has been out of the game for a while, like out of the dating pool.
Yeah,
and
Nick.
he's trying to figure out like how to hook up with the girl, whatever. And
Okay, so we're gonna make this scenario. We're gonna pretend that guy's name is Tom.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So then the other character, Winston, tells him that his move is just be there. Just at the end of the night, just be there. Be the last person that she sees, the last one that she's talking to, just be there. Not really a great play, but for this dude's case, I don't know, he could just be there.
No, because then you're setting yourself up for the quote-unquote friend zone.
Well, that's the thing.
And then you're going to set yourself up for disappointment when
So-
she's like, oh, I don't want to date you.
So part 2 of that long con...
It's a two-part system.
Of that long con is that you still flirt with other girls and you ostensibly
Make her jealous.
You ostensibly hook up with other girls and then...
Yeah, play the field.
Yeah,
play
just play the
ball.
Have you ever dated someone else to make another girl jealous, or like try to hook up with one girl to make another girl jealous?
Yes.
How does that work? I've never done it before. I feel like in my head, I try to make person A jealous by dating person B or like hooking up with person B, and then, but instead of being jealous, they're just like, yeah, all right, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And then now I'm with person B, who is still cool, but like the whole point of I'd be with her is to make A jealous. It's like it's not like I'm really in this for the long haul. You know what I mean? I never, in the scenarios that I have in my head of that, it just doesn't seem like it would work.
It's a lose-lose, but let's put it this way. You spend all your time spend all your time not getting laid, or you can spend some of your time getting laid.
I guess that's true. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's a lose-lose. You're not going to get person A back, and now
but
you're going to break person B's heart.
In the game of life, you lose like 75% of the time. You're probably going to lose anyways.
That's
So
dark.
just do what your dick wants.
All right. Do what your dick wants.
It's a new ad by Nike.
What was the original question? Oh, what should he do? Yeah, we answered him. Just play the long con and play the field.
You
Done.
think you should play the long con? I think you should be like, yo, do you hate your boyfriend?
Oh, okay. You had other advice? Bring it on. Lay it on me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a two-person advice show. I figured maybe I should have advice.
Oh, I thought you just asked my opinions because I'm always right. Yeah.
I can do that thing where I pretend to turn off the microphone again. And it's just me playing with a
Except
cable.
I don't pretend. Rip.
Ouch. What a dick. All right, ready for the last question?
No, go ahead with your advice for that dude.
Confront the girl about the boyfriend thing, because if she's always complaining about it, you could be like, go a step further and be like, well, why are you still with him if you don't like him? Oh, this thing? And then reinforce the negative things that she sees about the relationship. And then swoop in as Captain Positive.
So
HIV
break
positive.
them up.
Sure.
Isn't that sort of a douchey move too? Like sleeping with her would be? I mean, at that point, just sleep with her so that they break up anyway.
Well, I mean, if she's not happy, she's going to find a way to get there one way or the other.
Yeah, but it's kind of like you're still breaking them up. You're just doing it in a way that helps you sleep at night. Like if you don't cheat, if you don't have sex with her, so it's not cheating, but you still like reinforce all these negative things, you can be like, oh, I'm not breaking them up. I'm just saying how it is. It's like, yeah, you're kind of driving a wedge through it. You're still kind of being a douchebag.
It's still your fault at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to leave that relationship unless you are like the next relationship. Then again, that makes her seem needy.
Yeah. It's like she is defined by a relationship.
Some people are.
Some people are.
Ready for the last question?
I am. Yeah.
This is where we're going to get a little serious, Tom.
Never. Never have I ever been serious.
I'm in a relationship with a guy. He looks at pictures of sexy girls from the Chive to jack off. I can't help but think of this idea of using photos from other people as anything other than creepy. I tried to get over it, but it's seriously bothering me. The irony is that he can't even use photos of me because he finds it creepy/weird. He watches porn as well, but he switches it up with photos. Anyways, I just wanted to get an insight. Is it weird that he'll look at random strangers naked and not me to jerk off?
What's the Chive?
It's like a website.
I thought it was like a news thing.
It is, but there's like 25 beach bodies you need to see this summer. This guy doesn't sound all that intense. For him, that's like probably enough.
I was gonna say that's pretty soft core. Like
Gets like ESPN
sports,
the body issue.
Yeah, like or Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's hot, but it's like I'm not gonna jack off to this.
It says you.
You can't see it. There's no nip.
That's what imagination
There's
is
no
for.
vagina. There's nothing.
Do you just watch like hardcore BDSM German shit? And
Yes.
How you get...
Like how Luftwaffe?
Want to try that again?
No, I don't. I don't know what I said, but I feel like it was racist.
It was very racist. That was two Nazi references back to back, and they don't count each other out. You can't double negative racism.
I don't know anything. Oh, Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum is Christmas tree. So they just shout Christmas tree at each other while they rail each other in the ass. That's the type of porn I watch.
Well, you do have to get in the seasonal mood. Oh, man, I got to deal with Christmas customers. Oh, I'll just go home and look at videos of guys shoving Christmas trees up each other's asses in German. No, I mean, do you think it's weird that like he'll look at pictures of other people naked but not his significant other?
Yes and no. Everyone likes receiving nude pics.
Not everybody. Do not pigeonhole that.
Everyone loves receiving nude pics.
No.
Especially from me.
I have not enjoyed a single one.
That's your fault. That's your problem.
The worst dick pics in the world are unsolicited.
Oh, yeah. But no, like every guy likes receiving a sexy photo from their girl.
Every guy?
Every guy. When was the last time you got a sexy photo from your lady and wasn't happy? Exactly. Fucking never.
I've never received that many dirty photos from significant others.
You need to date different people.
I needed to date people.
No, I mean, that's not to say that I got a lot, but it's always nice when you get one. It's like, ooh, this is a cute little present to me. I know I've already seen you naked before, but just it being like I'm at work or whatever, I'm in class, and ooh, this is hot. I can't wait to get back to the dorm and bone you.
They're both 28. I don't think they're heading back to the dorm.
Whatever. Just
But
saying.
is there something to be said about the ability of fantasizing over strangers and not your wife?
Well, that's the thing.
Because it's hard to have a fantasy about your wife, because then you also have to think about what their life and goals and aspirations are. Like, maybe your fantasy is banging your wife really hard in a really cool exotic location with lighted candles and plush pillows, and maybe her idea of, a fantasy is getting railed out by 10 dudes in the back of a semi-truck.
I think there needs to be a balance. Like, I think if you masturbate to your wife 50 to 60% of the time, or even 40% of the time, and then the stranger's 50 to 60 to 40, then it's okay.
It's weird that you're asking him to, keep an entire plan of when the last time he jerked off. Do you remember the last thing you jerked off to? So don't ask this guy to do that for you.
I mean, I know it was porn. I think.
A video,
Pretty sure.
pictures.
Video.
Were you watching that body issue thing on Hillary Night again?
No, God. Hillary Night. Anyway.
Miss you every day, Hillary.
Hillary, if you're out there.
She's out there.
Love
Listening? No, but she is definitely out there.
If she were listening, that'd be amazing.
Confirmed. She is totally out there.
And then she'd never listen to this again.
Pretty much. She's in town on Sunday.
Is she?
Think so.
Yes.
You want to go?
Yes.
Do you really want to go?
No, actually, I seriously do. It's the Buttes.
I think, yeah, I think Buttes and Pride again.
Fuck it. How much are tickets?
Like 13.
Yes. I'm all about that.
All right, Tom and I are going to go watch women's hockey.
Fuck yeah.
That's great. Decided.
Anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, right. So when you masturbate. So I think
no, you're not out of this. What's the last thing you masturbated to?
it was porn.
Okay.
It was some porn video. I don't remember what specifically.
Because
But
mine was the last Dorje music video.
I think there are times I'll think, yeah, right now I want to do porn. Then another time I'll want to think about other things. And then
Industrial factories of the 70s.
that's what gets me off.
One car after another.
So I think if he had a balance like that, 50% of the time he masturbated to things on the chive, 50% of the time he masturbated his girlfriend, then I don't think it'd be weird.
I get masturbated to his girlfriend, he stands over her while she's napping and just jerks off.
It's exciting to think of a different person, especially when you've been with someone for years. Not to say that you don't love that person, but it's just you need a little bit of spice, a little bit of excitement. Okay, I'm going to use strangers' pictures. That's harmless. And then, bam, that's it. That's fine.
I agree to some degree.
Okay.
I think it's totally normal to masturbate to things not already getting. It just opens up that avenue. It's it depends on whether or not he's looking at the same individual people. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
If he's looking at pictures of the same person.
Right. Then it's oh, I wish
I was dating this individual person.
Right.
But if you're just indiscriminately going on Pornhub or YouPorn in your case, and just looking at a video on the homepage, you didn't decide any of those videos. That's Pornhub being
yeah,
here's some dicks going in places.
And at most you're just yeah, I feel like watching a blonde, or I feel like watching someone with big tits, or
I thought you were gonna say a big dick.
Or maybe I want amateur or something. At most, you just pick a category and take what you get.
True. I normally try to find it hard to get over all the anime.
I've never watched anime porn.
Neither have I, but I've seen GIFs. And I'm very terrified.
I have seen GIFs.
I'm very terrified of what's going on. There's tentacles and
there's,
octopi.
Fucking stuff flying out everywhere.
Maybe this girl's ugly. Her husband just doesn't want to masturbate to her. It's a thing. I know I'm not the physical specimen that some girl's thinking about when flicking her bean, or whatever the appropriate terminology is.
I am.
Great. So if a girl's masturbating, she's thinking of me, but in your body.
What would that look like?
My ideal Tim is a Tom. It's a fucking terrible idea. I think it's not that big of an issue. Like, if he masturbates way more, like, and it's hard to get him to have sex with you,
Yeah.
then maybe you might want to...
there's a problem.
But, like...
But it's just like, yeah, this is his thing. It's harmless compared to other things we talked about on here. Like, he's not doing it in front of a webcam. He's not
True.
cheating on you. He's not
True.
doing it with little kids. So...
Wow, that's a bold statement. Then we're going to find out this guy was doing it with little kids and strangers over a webcam.
No.
So yeah, I say it's not a big deal right now. Ride it out, see what happens. If he ever stops having sex with you, then we can kind of factor that into maybe being a problem. Tom, are you ready for the lightning round?
Yeah.
Because that was it. We hit 5 questions.
Queen. Fuck yeah.
For those of you who are new to the show or just like reminders, because you're dumb, at this stage of the show, Tom doesn't watch news. He doesn't really watch the news. He watched a little bit of the debate.
Not really. Not this last Republican one.
But you did watch that one debate once.
The Democratic one, yeah.
Because that one was a little bit more civilized.
I watched a little bit of the first GOP debate. But anyway, we digress. I don't watch news.
Tom doesn't watch a lot of news, so he's what I like to call uninformed. Not in a bad way. He's just oblivious, I guess, but not with his harsh, you know what I mean? Unaware, just doesn't know.
Unaware.
So what I've done is in the last week, I've pulled 5 headlines from around the world, mostly in America, but I pulled 5 headlines. One of them is fake, and I'm going to read them out to Tom, and he has to guess which one is not real. Are you ready to play?
Let's do it.
Tom's never won this game.
Never have I ever won this game.
Number 1. Alabama woman finds shark carcass in her front yard.
How? What? How? Did it walk there? Was there a Sharknado?
Tom also doesn't understand geography.
So there wasn't a Sharknado. I've never seen the movie.
I've seen 2 of them, and I can't wait to see the 3rd one.
Anyway.
Number 2. Runaway blimp causes havoc in Pennsylvania.
A runaway blimp. Yes, I'm going blimping this afternoon with father, and oh dear, the blimp is out of control. We are going down.
Retired UPS driver admits to having sex with pets en route.
What pets? What?
Like people's
like dogs?
Pets. No, orangutans. What the fuck do you think a pet is? A tarantula. Fish. He just sticks his dick in an aquarium. If they touch it, it counts.
No, I guess I was imagining like him delivering pets to people, but while they were on the truck, he still had sex with the pets.
Real anal sex with a puppy.
No.
Number 4. Vegan protester defecates in a Chick-fil-A dining room.
Wow, that seems cool. Like plausible. I don't know what I meant by cool. Like, just imagine how funny that'd be. Just like someone, dude, that'd be awful. That'd be so scary. But also, imagine how funny that story is to like coworkers. Like, dude, imagine what if I got home one time and I just told you, some customer just came in and shit on the ground.
I'd be like, that's gross. Get away from me.
But you'd laugh.
Oh, I laugh at most things. I laughed at every single one of these headlines as I wrote them. Like into my phone.
You mean read them?
No, into my phone.
Oh, okay.
Number 5. Man
It's
ticketed.
gonna be like, what a twist! They're all fake. I used M. Night Shyamalan, mind you.
Number 5. Man ticketed for having zombie baby left in car.
Zombie baby? Don't shrug at me. Like, that's not an answer. What do you mean zombie baby?
Like if you had a fake zombie baby.
Oh, okay.
And
I
you
didn't know
just
if,
left
like,
it in the car unattended.
I didn't know if like the kid died and they just called it a zombie for shits and giggles,
Dude.
or
You have to do the investigation. These are just the headlines. I'm not going to read the story. That could validate them. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Going to go through them one more time, Tom. Number 1, Alabama woman finds shark carcass in front yard. Number 2, runaway blimp causes havoc in Pennsylvania. 3, retired UPS driver admits to having sex with people's pets en route. Number 4, vegan protester defecates in Chick-fil-A dining room. Or number 5, man ticketed for having a zombie baby in his car.
It's going to be that Led Zeppelin. The blimp over Pennsylvania.
You're going with the blimp over Pennsylvania?
Ow! Yes. Ow! I'm coming from the land of the ice and snow with the midnight sun and the hot springs blow.
The sad part is they can't even sue us for using their music without copyright because I don't think they're going to call that music.
Oh, that was a dig at me. Am I singing?
So, Tom?
Yeah.
Your guess is runaway blimp causes havoc in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Tom, a runaway blimp was finally tethered down today in Pennsylvania after floating away yesterday.
I was so convinced.
A retired UPS driver did admit to having sex with people's pets while driving on routes. A man was ticketed for having a zombie baby in his car.
Okay.
And an Alabama woman did find a shark carcass in her front yard.
I already forget what the one was.
So that means a vegan protester did not take a shit in a Chick-fil-A.
Oh, did you write this because you were taking a shit at the time?
No, I was actually sitting on my computer because that's where I get the headlines from. I was somebody at work had mentioned Chick-fil-A today.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking, man, who would protest a Chick-fil-A other than atheists? Because they're very Christian.
Right. So much so that they hate gays.
And close on Sundays, which I can't tell which one offends me more.
The gays. The gays should offend you more.
True. Very true. So, Tom, that means for like the 10th time you've lost this game. I see you're holding a razor blade, so we might not have a show next week. You did it the right way. The one that's actually going to cause damage.
Yeah, going up my arm.
Tom, this isn't a self-help show about self-harm.
It could be.
But not that way. We should be helping people, not hurting them. And you are literally hurting them.
Anyway, let's wrap it up.
That'll wrap up for today's show at Never Have I Ever. You can check us out on Facebook, Never Have I Ever, Twitter at NHIE Show, on YouTube. You can send us your questions. We'll keep it anonymous, and we'll spin them back to you to give you more advice at neverhaveievershow@gmail.com. Also, check out our Tumblr, neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com. Sorry, I had a burpee.
A burpee?
Yeah.
That's not a burpee.
It is for me.
Stand up and do a burpee.
I do tons of burpees. Every day.
Not those burpees.
Ugh. That burp came with a prize. Anyway.
Oh, no.
As always, we'll see you next Tuesday. I'm Tim.
I'm Tom.
And keep those fingers in the air.
Peace.